EA Sports as we welcome you into Paycor Stadium on the riverfront here in Cincinnati. Straight ahead, a rematch of Super Bowl 56, and it should be a good one, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. But, Charles, a lot of people see these Bengals as legitimate contenders to get to the Super Bowl. And remember, they got there just 2 years ago. What do they need to do to get back?
Well, we know how well-positioned they are on offense, partner, because they have one of the best quarterbacks in the game and a lot of firepower to go with it. But how about what they did in the draft this year? A lot of capital expended on the defensive side of the ball, trying to slow down some of the other top contenders.
Then for the visiting Rams, they found out the hard way that you need a lot. When you win a Super Bowl title, and when you don't get that good fortune as they didn't last year, things can crash down to earth in a hurry.
And none of us really saw this coming. Remember, they were 12-5 the year they won the Super Bowl, went 5-12 last year. Somehow I think this Rams team is better than what we saw last season, adding in a lot of new pieces in order to try and get back to the top of the NFC West.
Here we go. 12, 12, 12. 11 mighty.
Throwing on the first play from scrimmage, here's Burrow. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked off by Darian Kendrick. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Stafford. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Ben Skoranek. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Rams use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is in his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Burrow. Goes right back to Smith again. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
11 MPs. 11, 11, 11, 11, 11.
Now a 3-time 1,000-yard rusher, Joe Mixon. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Well, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Burrow will throw. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
11 mighty, 12, 12, 12.
Burrow Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. A first run now for Kyron Williams. Down at the 25.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but maybe circle this play, because if they get the stop and hold them to a field goal here, that's a pretty good job. They're already down on the scoreboard.
A stop now would be vital for them, because it could save them from having to do it multiple times later in the game in order to either get back into it or maybe have a chance to win.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The kick by Marr is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They'll look to get something started. They need to. Down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10.
11, 11, 11, 11. 11 MT, tight. 11 MT, tight. 11 MT, 11 MT.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
11, 11. 11, Thomas.
Now Burrow on first down. He completes it to Boyd. And still fighting. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 18 more yards there and another first down.
11, MT. 11, 11, 11.
Now Burrow. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And the Rams are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. That's down the field for Jefferson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
32.
Here's Stafford now on second down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Throwing on third down, Stafford. That is caught. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. 21 yards there on third down.
And the Rams first down.
10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Stafford. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, the great coach has said football is a really simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their third drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Jones on the return. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Here we go. 11, 11, 11. 11, 11. 11 MT. 11 Thomas.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
11, 11, 11, 11.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
First down. Here's Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Very good.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Well, this is Smith with the ground. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A very solid gain of 27. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. His pass caught at the 4. Touchdown! Joe Burrow with a touchdown connection to Tyler Boyd. And the Bengals have cut it back within a score. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Evan McPherson for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's finished off by the touchdown from Tyler Boyd. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. L.A. readies for its next possession. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure's a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues. Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
50-50.
Throwing is Stafford. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. From the gun on third down, Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But you can absolutely feel the thought process there. They just gave up the touchdown. So in the huddle, they're telling each other, you don't want to give it back now on a 3-and-out. Nice job of making sure that they wouldn't, and they pick up the first down.
0, 59. Hurry up, get set.
On first down, it's Stafford. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Middle.
Now Stafford. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Stafford now to throw. Touchdown, Rams. Tutu Atwell, 30 yards. And the Rams are able to widen their advantage.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Cincinnati set to take over once again. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes where people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Second and 10 now, Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. Burrow's throw there taken in by Smith. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, Burrow. Man open left side. It's his running back with it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
12. 11.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. Open man is Higgins. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again, it's Burrow. The throw out wide going to be incomplete. The LA defense up to snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Got to say, Charles, a little surprising to have a kick this short blocked. Usually that happens on the longer ones, but great job by the special teams to kind of sift through there and get a hand on it.
Yeah, you've seen a lot of football over time, partner, and you're right about it. Typically, the longer field goals start lower because they have so much more ground to cover to get to the post. And that's when you get a hand on it. These short ones, you're able to pop it up in the air pretty quickly. Normally, you get height. In this case, extra effort to block that one.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now a first down throw. Stafford. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On first down, Stafford here. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
To the air again, Stafford. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Gun. Stop.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, back to you two in just a bit. But first, welcome everyone to downtown Orlando and our EA Sports Halftime Report. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. this is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
All right,
These
Coach,
two teams making their final adjustments for the second half. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Cincinnati and Brandon Gott.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
2nd and 10.
Alert! Hey, 5-0! Hey, 54! Stop!
Stafford. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off, and the return here will go to the 31-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
The all-everything defensive tackle, Aaron Donald, the one who made the play there.
11 MT, 11 MT.
They go play action with Burrow. Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And 3rd and 8 now. Burrow on play action. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. McPherson's kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job of protecting, and he's able to convert for 3.
This taken in at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. L.A. set to take over again on offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
2nd and 10, Stafford again. That's quickly to Atwell on the slant. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, L.A. 2-2 Atwell. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Bengals 10.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
11.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now Burrow to throw on second down. Short throw to Smith. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Stafford. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
It's second down and 10.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
13 yards. And the Rams first down.
They run it again with Williams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On second down, Williams. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Throws left side, Atwell's got it. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Los Angeles.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Monday. Hey, 50. Omaha, ready, move.
From the red zone now, Stafford steps away to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Stafford. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Throwing on third down, Stafford to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Marr able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. Well, that's not one you see very often on Aaron Donald, because we know he's not trying to do anything intentional, but that time, just a little too late for the officials' liking.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, LA. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And they have done themselves absolutely no favors to earn a win today in this one, Charles. The turnover woes continue. On that last drive, they had that fumble that led to a touchdown.
And Brandon, I would say they have a mission on this drive, and the bottom line is protect the football and just put together something that they can let the last drive go. Yeah, it was a bad play. They gave up points, but that doesn't mean it has to go that way the rest of this ball game. Do what you do best on offense and try and put the ball in the end zone yourself.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Boyd. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. From just across the midfield stripe, here's second down and 2. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that's caught one more time by Boyd. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
To the air again, Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Here we go.
Good position to be in here, second and inches.
It's second
11
and
empty,
inches
11 empty.
at the Rams' 32-yard line.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on second and inches. Again, it's Burrow. Here's Higgins out on the right side. And Higgins is going to have a Bengals first down as he'll get this down to the 30-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
12, 12, 12.
1st and 10 at the
11
30-yard
mighty.
line.
12, 12, 11 empty. 11, 11, 11, 11, 11. 11 empty, 11 empty.
Now it's Burrow. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
11, 11, 11, 12, 12, 12. 11, mighty, 12, 12.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. This goes out wide for Mixon, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down.
At the 13-yard line.
11, 11, 11.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he's going to go down, sacked right around the 17. Aaron Donald, his 2nd sack of the night. Now the Bengals going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
11, 11, 11, 11. 11 MT, take. 11 MT, 11 MT.
Play action. It's Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase from 17 yards out. And the Bengals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally. But here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Throwing here, Stafford. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Stafford now to throw. That is caught. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And, well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. And his kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. What a performance. All those points put on the board. And, Charles, it wasn't just by the offense. The defense put some points on the board as well. They were solid today.
Yeah, it was a complete effort to secure the win, and both sides of the ball made big plays. But how demoralizing is it when the opposing defense can take one all the way back against you, and now